look at other people. I don't like looking at other people. I had to train myself really hard to maintain quote unquote eye contact by looking at the person's nose or the bridge of their nose or like their forehead, like anywhere in that middle vicinity, just so I can give the illusion of looking at someone's eyes, because I do not like it. I don't like looking at other people's eyes as much as I can. I would rather they be looking away from me. I prefer it when they look away from me. I would rather not look at someone. I don't know why. There was this one guy in high school where every conversation with him, he would look you dead straight in the eye. Doesn't matter who you are. He would maintain eye contact so well for so long, and I hated talking to him. He was a great guy, by the way. He was one of the best guys in a high school could ever have. Like he was helpful, he was tall, he was one of the popular dudes because he was tall, so he could reach like really high places, and he was like in our what was that military training thing you do in high school? He was like a high position in that thing, and like he was one of the popularest guys you could have in high school. I did not like talking to him. He maintained eye contact so well. It was annoying. Like, I'll just be writing here. You can keep talking. He was a good guy, though. He was everyone's friend. He was that type of guy. And later on, people would give these advice on how to properly speak or properly talk to people. I believe it was a public speaking class. I think that's what they're called, a public speaking class. And they'd give you like tips on how to give how to deliver a proper speech in public on a podium in front of all these people. And I grew up in singing contests. I've joined a few children's singing contests, so I wasn't a stranger to being on stage, but delivering a speech in front of strangers was very different from singing a simple song in front of the parents and children. The parents and their children who were your friends. Like, they were just school competitions, mind you, so they weren't that big of a deal. Everyone was, I had a good idea on who the people in front of me were. But public speaking in front of people you don't know, at some point I started getting like huge stomach aches before I had to go upstage, before I had to hold the mic. My hands would get so cold, like my feet would get so cold, my stomach would start hurting, and at the moment I start going on stage, Goo, welcome in. Thank you. We will enjoy streaming. We're just chatting. We're just yapping. Jig, how do you even add boy to Goo? Goo boy. Goober. There we go. Goo is our little goober. Which is it works so well because your stream avatars are called grubs. You're a goofy goober! Exactly. Perfect. There you go. That's what GG actually means, guys. Whenever anyone says GG's, whenever like the wee nuts are hopping in and go GG's, they're just calling us they're just saying goofy goobers. It is canon, so it is said, so it will be. Bonk. Anyway, I was just talking about how later on in life I started developing stage fright, or something akin to stage fright. Because when I was a kid and probably didn't know any better in the world, I was fine singing songs in front of people. I was fine like delivering, what were those contests they do in intramurals? Like there was extemporaneous, and then there was what was the other one? Declamation? I think it was declamation. Yeah, it was I've been in extemporaneous and declamations. I never liked declamation. I think they only chose me because I spoke English well, but I was terrible at memorization. Extemporaneous was better because I had a few minutes to think about what I wanted to say and I can just make it up on the fly. At some point, I developed stage fright that the longer I stay on stage, my vision would start to get like tunnely and slightly blurry. My hands would start shaking, my voice would start shaking, and I would calm down like a few seconds later, but I never liked that feeling. And at some point, added to the fact that I can't look at people, I don't like looking at people, I have to look at their noses, the bridge of their noses, their forehead. Like, I just stopped liking being in front of people. Which is unfortunate because 50% of my job is speaking. I have to be able to deliver reports in multiple manners, both written and verbal. So, a blessing from God fell upon me. I discovered I was legally blind. I don't know when that started either. One day, there was a presentation on, I don't know, the stock market or something. And I noticed that the projector, the screen being projected by the projector was blurry. So I had to approach to check on it because I'm the kind of person who would personally fix the projector if no one else was there. And no one else was complaining that the screen for the projector was blurry. So I approached, and like 10, 20 feet later, oh, thank you for the drink. 10, 20 feet later, suddenly the projector screen was clear. I can read everything. Fine. So it wasn't that I was illiterate. Thank you. Let me get the refilled version. Disclaimer, I do not drink like that off stream. I just do that so y'all can hear me drinking. Anyway, 10, 20 feet away from the projector screen, I noticed that the letters were clear. They're fine. Nothing was wrong with the projector, and that's why no one was complaining. It was because it was clear. And I spoke with one of my colleagues who was sitting exactly that far away from the projector screen. I told them, "Wow, I must be really tired because in that distance, I couldn't see whatever it is that was written on the projector." On the projection. And they go, "Oh yeah, I wouldn't be able to see it either. That's too far. I couldn't my eyes get blurry that far. But I have these glasses. It helps me see better from that distance though." And I go, can I see your glasses?" And I didn't really wear them. I just put them in front of my face and looked through the lens and took a few steps back. And there was a moment of dread when I looked in disbelief how freaking clear everything was through those glasses. Like, excuse me? Wait. Wait. Wait a minute. It took me a really long time to make peace with the fact that I was blind. Like, blurry in a sense. Apparently I'm... Oh, what do you call this? Nearsighted? I think that's the proper term. Like, I can see things clearly and fine when I'm near them, but when I get farther and farther away, they start to get blurry. And in my photography brain, I thought that was just how vision works. Like, it's a depth of field thing. The farther it is, the blurrier it is, and the nearer things are more in focus. Isn't that just how vision works? You know, like a camera, like the camera settings. That's just how things look like. No. Everything is supposed to be clear all the time. You're supposed to be able to make out with something from a distance. Like, you can, oh gosh, how do I is there a better way to visualize this? What's the proper term for this? It would be, oh gosh, I'm clicking everything and anything but what I want to click on. Oh no. Oopsie. Wait, how do I get rid of this? Do that, do this. Okay. And then what do I look for? Near-sighted versus far-sighted. Ah. This looks about right. I think this one's reasonable. Oh, goodness me. So. This is apparently what's considered, quote unquote, normal. Can I zoom in on this? Yes. So, this is apparently what normal vision is supposed to look like. And this is farsightedness, hyperopic. I've been seeing the world in a myopic lens. My eyes have been myopic for I don't know how long. And I just settled that that's just how the world works. That's just how it is. Sometimes you need a camera to see things clearly when they're in the distance. I don't have any problems with my eyes. I can see people just fine. I just choose not to look at them. I just choose to keep my head down. Look at my screens, look at my phones, and look at my PCs, and look at my Game Boys, and look at my Nintendos. That's just how I decided to live. I didn't need to look at a distance. Apparently I just never bothered to check. Apparently I had myopic vision. I've been getting by with myopic vision because I could arguably figure out what it was that I'm looking at. So let's say here, even if I didn't have normal vision or hyperopic vision, I would know that that's a waterfall. Like, even if it's blurry, I know that that's a waterfall. At least I know now I do. My glasses cost like 6,000 pesos, and the optic clinic has been texting me saying, yo, vision health is important, you should get a checkup. They've been texting me every year since then, and I have never replied. My glasses are fine. They have never broken once. I do not need a second pair. Hopefully. I just don't like spending money. Welcome back, Kuro. You have myopic vision too. Yo. I never found out what my lenses were. Like, probably worse. It's because we stare at screens so long, you know? The old people were right. It's because of our cell phones. It's all because of our cell phones.